गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगिताम् अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। तं सूर्यं जगतां नाथं ज्ञानविज्ञानमोक्षदं महापापहरं देवं तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम्। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायमधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। येन धौता गिरः पुंसां विमलैः शब्दवारिभिः तमश्चाज्ञानजं भिन्नं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देवनारायण नमोऽस्तु ते। कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृतेस्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायणायेति समर्पयामि। अस्तु। So today we'll go to page number 56. Page number 56 in the Karaka book. Okay, so here they have given all the Karakas, as a summary. And then we also have some special cases on page number 58. Some cases where more than one vibhakti is given for a particular thing. Like say for example, the Upapada Vina. When Vina is used, either Dvitiya Vibhakti or Tritiya Vibhakti or Panchami Vibhakti can come. So such cases are there where more than one Vibhakti can applied in a particular case. All such are listed on page number 58. Okay, and on 59 and 60 page numbers, examples are given for each of the Karakas, where for the same Karaka, where different vibhaktis are used or special cases are there. We'll look at these today. Okay. So here on page number 56, Karaka Sangraha. So here in the first column, we have Karaka Sutrani Arthaha cha. In the second column, we have the Karakani. And in the third column, we have which vibhaktis are used to represent that Karakam. And then some Udaharanani. Okay. So in the first one, Alivelu Bhagini Patitum Ichchati va?
आं भगिनि। कारकसङ्ग्रहः। कारकसूत्राणि अर्थाः च कारकाणि विभक्तयः उदाहरणानि। स्वतन्त्रः कर्ता 1454 व्यापाराश्रयः कर्ता कर्ता तृतीया प्रथमा षष्ठी कर्म प्रवचनीय गुरुणा पाठः क्रियते कर्तृप्रवचनीय छात्राः शालां प्रविशन्ति कृष्णस्य गमनम् कर्तृरीप्सिततमं कर्म 1,4,43.
One second. Akada, there in under the udaharanani, we have karma pra. Akada, what it says is karma. Karma padam is in prathama vibhakti. The kartru padam is in
कर्म प्रथमाना कर्म प्रवचनीय अनुकुन्ना नेनु.
Kaadu. It is the kartrupadam, the karakani is kartrukarakani, and for that kartrukarakani, to represent that kartrupadam, we use, when we use trutiya vibhakti. When the kartrupadam gets trutiya vibhakti, karmapadam gets prathama vibhakti, and the udaharana vakyam for that is guruna pataha kriyate. Guruna kartrupadam trutiya vibhakti, pataha karmapadam prathama vibhakti kriyate. Atla, like that you read.
Okay. कर्तृरीप्सिततमं कर्म 1,443. फलेन सम्बन्धुम् इष्यमाणं कर्म कर्म द्वितीया प्रथमा द्वितीया कर्तृप्रथमा धीराः पर्वतान् आरोहन्ति प्रथमा कर्म प्रथमा रोगिणा वैद्यः अवलोक्यते षष्ठी रामायणस्य रचयिता.
So atra shashti karmapadam shashti vibhaktau asti. So Ramayanasya rachayita. Purva vakye karmapadam prathama vibhaktau asti. Rogina vaidyaha avalokya. Kartrupadam trutiya vibhaktau asti.
साधकतमं करणं 1,444.
Mahodaya, where are we?
Mahodaya,
Which page and where?
We are on page number 56 in the Karaka book.
Okay, 56.
Yeah.
56. 556.
यत् स्वव्यापार समनन्तरम् एव फलोत्पादकं तत् करणं करणं तृतीया रामः बाणेन रावणं हन्ति.
एकं निमिषम् अत्र करणकारकं पदं किम्?
तृतीया विभक्ति बाणेन.
उदाहरणवाक्ये करणकारकं पदं किम्?
बाणेन.
बाणेन बाणेन तृतीया. कर्तृपदं रामः,
कर्मपदं
रावणं,
हन्ति
क्रियापदम्.
अनन्तरं
कर्मणा यमभिप्रैति सा कर्मणा सम्बन्धुं यम् अभिप्रैति इच्छति सः सम्प्रदानं चतुर्थी सम्प्रदानं 1,432. विश्वासः मित्राय पुस्तकं ददाति.
विश्वासः मित्राय पुस्तकं ददाति. अत्र किं पदं सम्प्रदानं सूचयति?
मित्राय.
मित्राय. विश्वासः किं भवति?
चतुर्थी विभक्तिः भवति.
विश्वासः
कर्तृपदं.
पुस्तकं
कर्मपदं द्वितीया विभक्तिः.
अत्र प्रथमा, there is a star next to the word prathama in the vibhakti column, so that here at the bottom of the page we have pratipadikaartham avalambya prathama. If you all remember that sutra pratipadikaartha, that sutra is there, no? Basically based on that sutra, that prathama vibhakti is given. So pratipadikaartha matre, linga matre, vachana matre, we studied that. So based on that sutra, this pratipadikaartha linga parimana vachana matre prathama. Based on that sutra, this prathama vibhakti comes. The trutiya vibhakti, for the kartrupadam, the trutiya vibhakti, based on what sutra does it come? In the vakyam, guruna pataha kriyate. There guruna, it is in trutiya vibhakti. By which sutra that kartrupadam is getting trutiya vibhakti?
Kartrukaranayoh.
Kartrukaranayos trutiya. By that sutra, the guruna shabda, the guru shabda is getting trutiya vibhakti. And in the second vakyam, chatraha shalam pravishanti. There chatraha is in prathama vibhakti. That prathama vibhakti is by this sutra. Pratipadikārtha linga parimāna vachana matre prathama. By that sutra. Okay. Okay. Sadhakatamam karanam. So the karanakarakam will get the shabda, a particular shabda will get karanakarakam by this sutra. Sadhakatamam karanam. After it gets the karanakarakam, by which sutra does it get tritiya vibhakti? Kartrikaranayos tritiya eva, the same sutra. The same sutra is used to give tritiya vibhakti to kartrupadam or tritiya vibhakti to a word which has the karanakarakam. Kartrikaranayos tritiya. Okay. So a word which gets the kartrikarakam or a word which gets the karanakarakam, both of them will get tritiya vibhakti by this sutra. And then we have sampradhanam. Which sutra gives the word sampradhana sanya? Karma sa sampradhanam. Yes, karmana yamabhipraiti sa sampradhanam. So a word gets the sampradhana sanya by this sutra. So karmana yamabhipraiti, by the karma padam, who is benefiting? Okay, whoever is benefiting, that word will get sampradhana sanya. So Ramaha balakaya balakaya pustakam dadati. Pustakam is the karma padam here. That karma padam is being given to balakaya. The balaka is the one who is benefiting through that by the action of giving. So balaka shabda will get sampradhana karakam. Once it gets sampradhana karakam, how does it get chaturthi vibhakti? By which sutra does it get chaturthi vibhakti? Chaturthi sampradhane. Okay. By the sutra chaturthi sampradhane, it will get chaturthi vibhakti. Okay. You have a question, Bhagini? Okay. Anantaram.
Dhruvamapaye padanam. 424. Vibhagasrayah apadanam. Apadanam panchami. Balaha vahanat patati. Shashti rajnah purushaha.
So here, one second. So Dhruvamapaye apadanam. This also we discussed. Apadanam indicates separation, right? So here vibhagashrayah, where there is a separation. Okay, and the dhruvam, between when separation is happening, it always indicates two things. Only when two things are separated from each other, we call it separation. So here one will be more dhruvam, more stable compared to the second one. So that the one that has that stability, that one will get the apadana sanya, apadana karaka sanya. Okay. Here balaha vahanat patati. So he fell off from the vahanam. So the patati. Patana kriya ashrayatvam kutra asti? Patana kriya ashrayatvam bale asti. So vyaparashrayah kartru padam. So where there is vyaparashrayatvam, that we call it as karta. Here pat dhatoho vyaparashrayatvam balake asti. So balaka will be kartrupadam. And from where is he falling? He's being separated from the vahanam by this patana kriya. So vahanam, this question many times most of us will have, like when sometimes we have this confusion when two things are there and separation is happening, which one should get the apadanam? So this you can check. The one which has vyaparashrayatvam of the dhatu will become karta. So balaka will become karta. It will not become apadanam because vyaparashrayatvam asti. So the second one will automatically become apadanam. You can again check. He is falling off from the vehicle. So the vehicle is more stable. So, and balaka is already getting the kartrikarakam because of the vyaparashrayatvam. So vahanam should get the apadana. Like that you can check. So what is the sutra for apadana sanya? Dhruvam apaye apadana. Once it gets the apadana sanya, which vibhakti will give it panchami? Which sutra will give it panchami vibhakti? Apadane panchami. Apadane panchami. Okay. Anantaram bagini. Ekam nimisham. So Anantaram, here blanks are given, and then in the rightmost column under Udaharanani, Shashti, Rajnyaha Purushaha. Okay, is given. Simply here, Shashti is not listed as, the Karaka Shashti is not listed here. We studied some Karaka Shashti Udaharanani. That one here it is not given. It is given, if you see, under the Karta itself. In the first sentence, Swatantra, in that row, we have Shashti, Krishnasya Gamanam. So here, Gamana Kriya Ashrayatvam Krishne Asti. Right? So Krishna will become Karta. Now the Kartrapadam normally should have either Prathama Vibhakti or Trutiya Vibhakti, depending on whether it is Abhihitam or Anabhihitam. But here it is getting Shashti Vibhakti. So we call that Karaka Shashti. Sometimes Shashti Vibhakti will take the place of another Vibhakti, which is the Karaka Vibhakti. Here Krishnaha or Krishnena Gataha will be the actual sentence, or Krishnaha Gachati. In Kartari Prayoga, the same sentence, what meaning wise, you can say Krishnaha Gachati. Krishnasya Gamanam. Okay. So here Krishna is the Karta, no matter how it is represented here, because the Vyaparashrayatvam, that is why it is important for us to identify the Vyaparashrayatvam and the Phalashrayatvam. Only then we will be able to recognize the Kartrupadam and the Karmapadam. If when we say Krishnasya Gamanam, it is difficult. It is a new thing for us to understand or to look at Krishnasya as a Kartrupadam. Why? Because until now we kept saying Kartrupadam will be in Prathama Vibhakti or Tritiya Vibhakti only. And Shashti Vibhakti is not a Karaka Vibhakti. Like this we kept studying in many places. But now, this is also as per Paniniya Sutra only. Here Krishnasya Gamanam. Okay. Karaka Shashti. This is called Karaka Shashti. We just completed that Shashti Vibhakti. There we have seen all those sutras indicating that. Okay. So here, how do you identify Krishna is a Karta? Because that Kriya Ashrayatvam Krishne Asti. In the second example, Ramayanasya Rachayita. Here, why Ramayanasya is marked as Karmapadam? Why? Because, say for example, somebody has written Ramayanam, right? Valmiki Ramayanam Rachayati. Ramayanam Rachayati. Whoever might have written, Ramayanam is the Karmapadam here. Ramayanam Rachayati. Phalashrayatvam Ramayane Asti. Rachayati means some lekhanam is happening. And where is that phalam? What is the phalam of that lekhana kriya? Pustakam. Ramayanam. Ramayana Pustakam eva phalam. So Ramayanam here will be the Phalashrayatvam. Ataha Karmapadam. So though it is in Shashti Vibhakti, we have to recognize it as a Karmapadam. This is also Karaka Shashti. So here the Karaka Shashti are covered under the Karta and Karma itself. Okay. So here coming to the Shashti Rajnyaha Purushaha, this is Shesha Shashti. Shesha Shashti, we are covering all the sambandhas, right? We have seen 4 or 5 different kinds of sambandhas. So here this is a Swami Sambandha, right? A Swami and the Rajnyaha Purushaha. So that is why here nothing else is given. They could have written as Shesha Shashti, which they did not, but this comes under Shesha Shashti. Astu Bhaini. Anantaram?
Adharo Adhikaranam 1445. Vidyamana phalasya va adharaha adhikaranam. Adhikaranam saptami sarve kate upavishanti. Mokshe ichha asti. Kartari vidyamana kriyayaha karmani. Tile tailam asti.
So here Adharo Adhikaranam. So that is the sutra to recognize when a word is recognized as Adhikarana Karakam. But it will get that Adhikarana Sanya by this sutra, Adharo Adhikaranam. Here, the Karaka name is Adhikaranam. The Vibhakti that is given to it is the Saptami. By the Sutra, Adharodhikaranam, Adhikarana Sanya is assigned. Once the Adhikarana Sanya is assigned, how will it get Saptami Vibhakti? Saptamya Adhikaranecha. By that Sutra, the word which gets the Adhikarana Sanya will get Saptami Vibhakti. Now here let us look at these Vakyani. Sarve kate upavishanti. Sarve kate upavishanti. Mokshe ichha asti. So here in the previous Vakyam, kate is the Adhikaranam. Adhikarana karakam asti. Kata shabdasya. Mokshe ichha asti. Here moksha shabda has Adhikarana sanya. Tile tailam asti. Tila shabda has the Adhikarana karakam. What is it saying here? Kartari vidyamana kriyayaha kriyayaha. Kartari vidyamana kriyayaha. Karmani vidyamana phalasya va adharaha. So basically, kartari vidyamana kriyayaha karmani vidyamana phalasya va adharaha. The adhara can be either for the karta or the karma. That is what this is saying. Okay. So how do you write an example for here kate? Sarve kate upavishanti. Here the kata shabda has adhikarana sanya. This adhikaranam is kartari, means it is providing the adhara for the karta. Sarve shabda is here the kartrupadam. Sarve is kartrupadam. Kate upavishanti. So all these people are sitting on the mat. So here the adhara is for the kartrupadam, for the karta. Okay. Sometimes the adhara can be for the karma also. How? Sthalyam odanam pachati. Saha sthalyam odanam pachati. Here the pachana kriya is here you can actually say sthalyam can be adhikarana. Sthalyam can be adhikarana to the kartrupadam or the saha sthalyam odanam pachati. Here sthalyam can be adhikarana to either the pachana kriya or the odanam also. That we can take it either way. But let us see something like this. Saha sthalyam annam khaditva gachati. So here sthalyam is adhikaranam to the annam, right? Annam khaditva. So it is referring the adhara to the annam. So annam is the karma padam here. So that is when you say the adhikarana when it is for the karma padam karmani. That is what it is given here. Kartari vidyamana kriyayaha karmani vidyamana phalasya va adharaha. So the adharaha can be for the karta or the karma. For karta saha grihe asti. Saha sthalyam annam khaditva gachati. So here sthalyam is giving the adhara for the karma padam, whereas grihe is giving the adhara for the kartrupadam. Like that, the adhara can be for either karta or karma. That also you should we should be able to recognize. And then again we have three kinds of adhara. These three are for the three. What are those three kinds of adhara? Sarve kate upavishanti. Here kate, what does it say? Adhara for?
Kartrupadam.
Aupashleshikam. Aupashleshikam. Sarve kate upavishanti. Aupashleshikam. Then mokshe ichha asti. Vaishayikam. The adhara is Vaishayikam. Means Vishayadhikaranam. Okay, in the first one, Deshadhikaranam. The third one, Tile Tailam Asti. Tile Tailam Asti. That is Abhivyapakam. Abhivyapakam. Abhivyapakam means it occupies completely. In every part of the seed, there is oil. So the oil in that seed is there everywhere. You cannot pinpoint to one part of the seed and say only here the oil is there. In the first sentence, sarve kate upavishanti, there, when they are sitting on the mat, there is only a place of contact, some place of contact, right? They cannot completely occupy the mat, whoever is sitting on the mat. Or asane upavishanti. So asana, when you are sitting in a chair, you cannot occupy every part of that chair. The point of contact will be at one place, but not the complete chair is not filled with you. Okay, that is that kind of adhikaranam is aupashleshikam, deshadhikaranam, vishayadhikaranam. In the deshadhikaranam itself, this aupashleshikam and abhivyapakam will be there. Okay. Okay. So here we have a visheshaha. Yaha kriyaya anveti means sambandham prapnoti. Saha karakam. This we studied in the very beginning. Yaha kriyaya anveti. Saha karakam. So this karakam is that which has anvaya with the kriya. Sambandha with the kriya. Kartrukarakat para prathama, trutiya, shashti cha shruyate. So the kartrikarakam can get either prathama vibhakti, trutiya vibhakti or shashti vibhakti. We have seen examples for all three. Karmakarakat para dvitiya, prathama, shashti cha shruyate. This also we have seen. So in the kartari prayoga vakyam, the karmakarakam will get dvitiya vibhakti. In the karmani prayoge, the karma padam will get prathama vibhakti. And sometimes it can get shashti vibhakti. Karanat, when does it get shashti vibhakti? We studied that sutra also. When the kriya padam is a krudanta. When the kriya padam is a krudanta, the kartru padam or the karma padam can get shashti vibhakti. Karanat trutiya, sampradanat chaturthi, apadanat panchami, adhikaranat saptami cha niyata. So for all these are the basic vibhaktis. Okay. So karanat trutiya, karanakarakam will get trutiya vibhakti always. Sampradanat chaturthi, apadanat panchami, adhikaranat saptami. Okay. So this is the gist of the primary karakas, the major karakas and the vibhaktis assigned to them. Okay. Sometimes what happens? In the same situation, more than one vibhakti can also be applied. Like how here for the kartrikarakam, trutiya, prathama or shashti, three vibhaktis are there. Of course, there are conditions. You cannot simply give any vibhakti for kartrikarakam. When it is in kartari prayoga, it will get prathama vibhakti. When it is in karmani prayoga, it will get trutiya vibhakti. When sometimes when it is used with a kridanta, then it can get shashti vibhakti. Okay. So, any questions so far? Okay. So on page number 58 of the Karaka book.
Mahoday, sorry, Kshamita Mahoday.
Ah.
If I say Shalyam Annam Asti, is that equal to Tile Tailam Asti or?
It is Aupashleshika only. Sthalyam Annam Asti. In the sthali you are putting rice. So this rice is not occupying every bit of the sthali. Like every anu, like that it is not occupying, no, completely. Like how Sarvatra Vayuhu Asti. Like that. That if it occupies, then we call that Abhivyapaka. That is close to Tileshu Tailamasti.
Tile Tailamasti.
Sthalyam Aupashleshika only.
Moksha Icha.
Moksha Asti is in a particular Vishaya you are having Icha. That is the Vaishayikam. That is Vishayadhikaranam. In a particular Vishayam, you are having Icha. Okay, so your interest is in there. So that is why it is called Vishayadhikaranam. Adhikaranam is there. Your Icha is there in that. So the Adhara for your Icha is Moksha. So Adhikaranam eva. Kintu in Vishaya you are having. So that is why it is called Vishayadhikaranam. But these two are dravyas, like the tila and the kata Thali, these are all things.
So minute difference, we have to closely watch what is what.
Mahodaya, can I ask you a question?
Yes, Bhagini.
When you said the kArakam, when used with kridanta gets shashti, can you give example? Is it the ludantas or what? Which?
So, so we have covered under the Shashti Vibhakti in very detailed the
Okay.
Kartrukarmanoho kritihi. Kriti. Kartrukarmanoho kriti. That is the sutra. So here kriti indicates the kridanta. So when the kridanta is used, the kartrupadam or the karmapadam can get to Shashti Vibhakti. The basic sutra. But again, after that, if you go to page number 49, 49 and 50 of this book, then there are so many other factors for certain kridantas, this rule does not apply. For certain kridantas, if it is a stri pratyaya, again the rule changes. Like that, there are so many ifs and buts.
Okay.
But the basic sutra is Kartrukarmanoho kriti. For that, the example, this only you can take. The one that is given here itself, you can take. Ramayanasya Rachayita. Rachayita is a similarly Krishna Gamanam. That also is Kridanta. So whenever a Kridanta is used as a Kriyapadam, again not for all Kridantas, that also is covered deeply. If you go back to 1 or 2 recordings in our playlist, listen to that all that we have discussed.
Okay. Yeah, I will listen, Bhagini. Thank you.
Anantaram. So coming to page number 58. Idam avadheyam. Pushpebhyah sprihayati. Pushpani sprihayati. So here, what is this sprih dhatu indicate? We discussed earlier. Anyone remembers that? Huh? When I did not hear you. Like wanting. Can we say wanting? Pushpebhyah sprihayati. Pushpani sprihayati. So here we have like desiring, like wanting. Okay. Sprihayatehe prayoge ipsitat dvitiya chaturthi cha bhavataha. Ipsitat, like I said, desiring. Okay. Something that you desire. Can get dvitiya vibhakti or chaturthi. In chaturthi pushpebhyah sprihayati. So that which is desired, that which is ipsitam. What is ipsitam here? Pushpani. So that word will get chaturthi or dvitiya. So when it gets chaturthi, the vakyam will become pushpebhyah sprihayati. When it gets dvitiya, pushpani sprihayati. For this, the sutra, it is given in the footnotes also, you can see spriher ipsitaha. Okay, when spriha is used in the sense of ipsita, when it is used in the sense of desire, then this sutra applies. Okay, so here in the same sense, 2 vibhaktis are being used. So in these examples, all such examples are listed, where in the same meaning, when 2 different vibhaktis apply with equal force. Here both are equally correct. There is no priority for one over the other. Gramam gacchati, gramaya gacchati. Okay, so this is gatyartha dhatunam prayoge karmanaha dvitiya chaturthi cha bhavataha. And the supporting sutra for that is gatyarthaka karmani dvitiya chaturthyau cheshtayam anadhvani. Okay, that is the supporting sutra. So this is more like a revision. Okay, so here gramam gacchati, gramaya gacchati. So the grama shabda, the karma padam, gatyarthaka dhatunam prayoge karmanaha dvitiya chaturthi cha bhavataha. So here in gatyarthaka dhatu, whenever the dhatu is indicating gati, means movement, then karma padam can get either Dvitiya Vibhakti or Chaturthi Vibhakti. Alam Vistarena Bhimaha Bakaya Alam. The Alam Shabda can also be used in two ways. What is that? Nishedharthakasya Alam iti Shabdasya Prayoge Trutiya Paryaptyarthe tu Chaturthi Bhavati. Okay, Paryaptyarthe Chaturthi Bhavati. So here, Nishedharthakasya Alam Vistarena. Here it is used in the sense of Nishedharthaka. And Paryaptyartha is Bhimaha Bakaya Alam. What does Bhimaha Bakaya Alam? To defeat Bakasura, Bhima is enough. He is capable. In that sense, Alam is used. Whereas in the first part, Alam Vistarena, there Alam is used in the sense of Nishedha. Means it is enough. Stop. You don't have to explain it in such detail. In that sense, Alam Vistarena. Okay. So here, when it is used in the sense of Nishedhartha, Trutiya Vibhakti. When it is used in the sense of Paryaptyartha, Chaturthi Vibhakti. The word which is used with Alam will get Chaturthi. Okay. Yes, Bhagini. Gora Bhagini.
Yes, in the second sentence, we said Gatyarthaka dhatunam prayoge karmano dvitiya chaturthi cha bhavatah. Gatyartha karmani dvitiya chaturthyau chestayam anadhvani. What is this anadhvani? Chestayam anadhvani means?
Cheshtayam is movement. Okay. Cheshtayam means cheshta. Means kind of movement. So Gatyarthaka. Gatyarthaka means Gati means movement. So it indicates Cheshtayam means the Gatyarthaka, the dhatus which are Gatyarthaka, which indicate movement. That is what it means. So Anadhvani means, how do you say? Anadhvani. It indicates Margam. Adhvani. Adhva means Marga. Okay, na? So here it means only when it is a physical gati, not a mental gati. Mental gati in the sense sometimes you think. Okay. Yes. When you are thinking about Hari, say for example. Okay, Manasa Harim Vrajati. Okay, so I am thinking about Hari. So my mind is going somewhere. That also is gati, a kind of gati. But that does not cover here. Anadhvani. Anadhvani is that which is not a physical, movement. Adhvani means physical movement. Anadhvani means which is not a physical movement.
Okay. Thank you.
Physical movement, this sutra does not apply.
Okay,
only
thank you.
the physical movement, like you are going from one place to another. Only then this sutra applies. So when you are thinking of Hari, there the karma padam will not get Chaturthi. It will get only karma, Dvitiya Vibhakti.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so coming back.
Only for Gamana Kriya.
Yes.
Only for Gamana Kriya it applies.
Yes, yes. And that Gamanam should
be... Gati, any Gati will do, isn't it? Any Chesta you said.
Because of Gatyarthaka, that Artha is there, it indicates that any kind of Gati. Any Kriya Padam with the meaning of Gati, movement. Like Nayati, Gachati, Vrajati, all these will come under Gatyarthaka Dhatus. So here we are in the Alam Vistarena. So here Nishedhartakasya Alam iti Shabdasya Prayoge Trutiya Paryaptyarthe tu Chaturthi Bhavati. Gamyamana api Kriya Karaka Vibhakti Prayojika. That is the Vartikam. Namaswasti Swaha Swadhalam Vashat Yogacha. Here again, this actually indicates Chaturthi Vibhakti, the Namaswasti and all. Why is it given under this, this Vartikam? Okay, anyways, this Vartikam is given here, but basically it indicates
Chaturthi.
That indicates Chaturthi. I don't know why they simply listed it here, because there are no example sentences for that. That indicates Chaturthi Vibhakti. In the footnotes, I am reading that Namaswasti Swaha, Swa, and then Swadhalam, Vashat, Yogacha. Okay, all those words with
Swada and then alam, isn't it, Miss? Swada and then Swada and alam. And then Vashat. And yoga.
Swadha is Swadha. Here we have Namaha, Swasti, Swaha, Swadha. Swadha is used also like Swaha only. Like when you are offering something to the Yaga Agni, Swaha, Swaha, you say, no, like that Swadha also you can use. And then Alam, Vashat and Yoga. So here Alam is there. So that is why here Alam, because Alam is here, it is given. This is mentioned here.
Yes. This is a sutra.
Yes, this is a sutra. Anantaram we have Alasyena na pathati, Alasyat na pathati. So for that Gunavachakasya Hetvarthe Vidyamanasya Prayoge Trutiya Panchami cha Bhavataha Strilinge tu Trutiya eva Vibhasha Gune Striyam. By that sutra, if it is a Strilinga, if the Gunavachaka Shabda is a Strilinga, then only Trutiya Vibhakti happens. Otherwise, Trutiya or Panchami can happen when it is indicating a Gunavachaka or Hetvartha, when it is indicating Hetu. So here, Alasyena na pathati, Alasyat na pathati. Here, Alasyam is laziness, Alasatvam. So this is Hetu. This is, you can also take it as a Guna, but Gunavachaka Shabdas usually be positive Gunas, right? So here we can take it as Hetu. Because of the laziness, he did not study. And for the Gunavachaka or the Hetvartha words, either Trutiya Vibhakti or Panchami Vibhakti can be used. Okay, but if that Gunavachaka Shabda is a Strilinga Shabda, then it will get only Trutiya Vibhakti and not Panchami Vibhakti. That we have to remember. Okay. Anantaram, Takram Vina Katham Bhojanam Tena Vina Trinamapi na Chalati. Ramat Vina Sita na Tishtati. In the first sentence, Takram Vina. Takram is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. Tena Vina in the second sentence. Tena is in Trutiya Vibhakti. Ramat Vina. Ramat is in Panchami Vibhakti. So, by the with the usage of the word Vina, a word which is used along with Vina can get either Dvitiya Vibhakti, Trutiya Vibhakti or Panchami Vibhakti. Vina prayoge Dvitiya, Trutiya, Panchami cha bhavanti. Prithak vinananabhihi Trutiya anyatarasya. Okay, that is the sutra. Of course, that sutra covers other shabdas also. Prithak and Nana also are covered there. But here we are looking at Vina. Anantaram, Gramasya Antikam or Duram Vrikshaha. Gramasya Antikam or Duram Vrikshaha. Nagarasya Antikena Durena Gramaha. Grihasya Antikat Durat Goshtam Asti. Gramasya Antike Dure Jalapataha. So here we have Gramasya Antikam Duram, Antikena Durena, Antikat Durat, Antike Dure. So Dvitiya Vibhakti, Trutiya Vibhakti, Panchami Vibhakti, Saptami Vibhakti. This we have covered once in very detail. We had also a question regarding this. So we covered that in very detail. So Adravya Vachanebhyaha, Durantikartebhyaha, Dvitiya, Trutiya, Panchami, Saptami cha bhavanti. Durantikartebhyaha Dvitiya cha. Saptamyadhikarane cha. In that Saptamyadhikarane cha, the cha indicates the Durantika, Dura and Antika Shabdas. Okay, normally Saptamyadhikarane is indicating only when Adhikarana kArakam is given to a word, it will get Saptami Vibhakti. Cha, the cha at the end indicates for Dura and Antika also the Saptami applies. How? If you see Durantikartebhyo Dvitiyacha, there the sutra number is 2.3.35. Saptamyadhikarancha 2.3.36. So whenever two sutras are succeeding, the cha usually indicates whatever is happening in the above sutra, it will apply here also. Okay? Normally in a sutra, if you have cha, what that indicates is whatever is happening in the above sutra, whatever is mentioned in the above sutra, that applies here also. So in the above sutra, what was told, whenever Dura and Antika words are used, Dvitiya Vibhakti Bhavati. Okay? Here by saying cha, Saptami also happens. Okay? Like that, it is covered. So Dvitiya, Tritiya, Panchami, Saptami. There are a couple of sutras primarily for this Dura and Antika Shabda, which we covered in detail. Okay? But here these are summary.
Adravya Vachanebhya, Adravya means what is Adravya?
Dravyam means material. Adravya means which is not a material. Which is not a material means like gramam. Say for example, gramam is Dravyavachaka Shabda.
Gramam.
Dravyavachaka Shabda.
Then what is Adravya?
Dravyam is that which is not a material. That which is not a material. Example, how? Let me see.
Punyam Pap.
Thoughts?
Panda.
Our
Punyam
thoughts?
Madhuryam, Bhagini. Madhuryam.
Madhuryam.
Those are all bhavas. I'm seeing where Adravya-vachaka Shabda here. So we don't use this with Adravya-vachaka Shabda. For that is why this Dravya-vachaka Shabda is clearly mentioned. So Dura. So say for example, for the Dura, you can say Gramasya here with the Gramam, Vanam, like this we are talking. Say for example, you are far away in your thoughts from Hari.
Thoughts. Okay.
So there it is not a Dravyavachaka Shabda. Hari is not a Dravyavachaka Shabda. Moksha is not a Dravyavachaka Shabda.
Okay.
Okay. So Moksha Duram. Like that. So here this Moksha is not a Dravyavachaka Shabda. So there this sutra does not apply. Adravya, sorry, what does it say? Adravya Vachanebhyah Durantikartebhyah Dvitiya, Tritiya, Panchami, Saptami cha Bhavati. Okay?
Thank you, Miss.
Okay. Anantaram. Grihat Antikam Duram Vidyalayah. So, Grihat Antikam Duram Vidyalayah asti. Grihasya Antikam Duram Vidyalayah. So, here this example is talking about the Grihat and Grihasya. Okay. So, that is with Durarthakaihi Antikarthaischa Shabdaihi Yoge Panchami Shashti cha Syat. Durantikarthaihi Shashti Anyatarasyam. That is the sutra. So with Dura and Antika, the word which is used with Dura and Antika will get either Panchami Vibhakti or Shashti Vibhakti. In the previous sutra, the Dura and Antika Shabdas themselves will get either Dvitiya Vibhakti or Tritiya Vibhakti or Panchami or Saptami. Okay, here the word which is used with Dura and Antika will get either Panchami or Shashti by this sutra. Anantaram, Kim nimittam vasati, kena nimittena vasati, kasmai nimittaya gacchati, kasmat nimittat agataha, kasya nimittasya karyakramaha, kasmin nimitte idam pravrittam, kaha hetuhu, kena hetuna, ityadihi. So here if you observe, kim nimittam vasati. Here kim is more like a visheshana to nimittam, right? Kena nimittena vasati, kasmai nimittaya gacchati. So here the kim shabda, whether it is in dvitiya vibhakti, tritiya or whatever, it is acting like a visheshana. That is why it is taking whichever vibhakti the noun is in, like nimittam. There it is in dvitiya vibhakti. Nimittena tritiya, nimittaya chaturthi, nimittat panchami, nimittasya shashti. Okay. Kasmin nimitte idam pravrittam, there saptami. Kaha hetuhu, there prathama. Kena hetuna tritiya. So here, nimitta paryayanam prayoge tesham tad visheshananam cha prayah sarvaha vibhaktayah bhavanti. Because of the visheshana, because they are taking the role of visheshana, the kim shabda here is taken as visheshana. All vibhaktis, they can be used in all vibhaktis. So here, this is based on the Vartikam. Nimitta paryaya prayoge sarvasam praya darshanam. So here, whenever nimitta, the word nimitta is used, and paryayanam means any other words which are synonymous to nimitta. So it need not be only nimittam, words which are synonymous like hetu also. Okay. Whenever they are used, the words which are used with that, usually this kim shabda which is given in the udaharana, because it acts like a visheshana, they will take all the vibhakti forms. Anantaram. Chandrena sadrisham mukham. Chandrasya sadrisham mukham. So here Chandrena sadrisham, Chandrasya sadrisham. Tritiya and Shashti. Sadrisharthaka shabdasya prayoge उपमानवाचकात् तृतीया षष्ठी च भवतः. तुल्यार्थैः तु तुला उपमाभ्यां तृतीया अन्यतरस्याम्. This is the sutra. We studied this in Shashti Vibhakti only in the last class. So other than the words tula and upama, any other words which are used in the sense of tulya, any other words, all the paryaya words with the meaning of tulya means similar, like sadrisha. Okay, sadrisha, tulya, all these have similar meanings, except for the word tula and upama. Any other words which have the same meaning, whenever they are used, the words used with them get either tritiya vibhakti or shashti vibhakti. Okay, which are used in the sense of upamanam. So chandrena sadrisham mukham. Here Chandra is upamana. Okay, and mukham is upameyam. So when it is having that upamana upameya relation, the upamana word, the word which is like the upamana, gets either tritiya vibhakti or shashti vibhakti. Praninam manavaha shreshtaha. Pranishu manavaha shreshtaha. This also we have seen. So here yatascha nirdharanam is the sutram. Nirdharanam, it is called. Okay, when you are picking out one out of a group, okay, then you are saying, you call that nirdharanam, based on a quality, based on a guna, based on some kind of characteristic, you are separating one from the others, from a group. Then shashti or saptami can be used. Yasmat samudayat jati guna kriya sanyabhihi ekadeshasya prithakkaranam kriyate tasmat samudayat shashti saptami cha bhavatah. This also we studied last week. Okay, so from one group, yasmat samudayat, based on the jati, guna, kriya or sanya, based on these four factors, when one item is separated based on either guna or jati or kriya or sanya, prithakkaranam kriyate chet, then the saptami vibhakti or shashti vibhakti will be given to the samudayam. So praninam manavaha shreshtaha. Praninam is the samudayam, group of all the pranis. From that we are separating the manava jati. Here it is the jati. So the samuham, the word indicating the samuham will get shashti vibhakti or saptami vibhakti. Both you can use. Okay, either this or that. Both are equally fine. Okay. So now let us do one thing. We shall stop here. So every week we'll do a little bit from this section where this all are given, and then we'll do some practice. I told you, we'll do some practice of Karaka sentences, simple sentences. Okay, whoever are willing to participate can participate. Who want to simply watch can watch. There is no compulsion. So I will be giving some sentences, and you have to tell me the Karaka relations. Okay. I will share my screen so that I will also show how the graph looks. I keep always telling you about the graph, right? Are you all able to see my screen? So first I will tell a sentence. So here, if you see, there are some sentences. Okay. Are you able to see this? Where the
Yes.
sentence?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So here, if you look at the first sentence, ignore the comments that I made on the right. Okay, I'm working on this sentences to create a e-reader where you can see the graph, of each of these sentences. I'm still working on it. It will take a couple of weeks before it is ready. Once it is ready, I will share the link with you. So as I am working on it, I made some notes on the right side. So ignore that. You only look at this Samskritam sentence. Pustake pustake alekhyam bhavati. Okay. So this Vipsa. Did we cover Vipsa? We covered Vipsa. When a word is repeated twice, grihe grihe gachati. Okay, so he went to pratigriham gachati, like that. Okay, so that here we call that as Vipsa. Pustake pustake alekhyam bhavati. Alekhyam bhavati. What is the relation of alekhyam to bhavati? Simply take this sentence. Alekhyam bhavati. How do you mark alekhyam?
Karma padam, right? Karma padam.
Karma padam va kartrupadam va?
Kartrupadam bagini.
Padameva. Bhavati. Alekhyam means writing. Okay, some kind of writing is there. Bhavati.
So
It happens.
Kartrupadam.
Kutra bhavati? Pustake bhavati. So pustake will be?
Adhikarana.
Pustake will be adhikarana. But when we have two like this, the first pustake will be marked as Vipsa to the second pustake, and the second pustaka will be adhikarana to bhavati. Alekhyam should be karta to Alekhyam should be karta to bhavati.
સુશીલને તાવ છે સાંભળ એટલે હું એને બારે સુવાનું કહું છું સાંભળસ તો બિલકુલ પપ્પાની સાથે લડતી નહીં એને સુવા દે.
Somebody is speaking. Can you please mute?
સુશીલ બારે સૂતો છે બિલકુલ અવાજ નહીં કરતો. સમજાય
બારે અવાજ આવે કે આનો અવાજ બહાર આવે?
હા.
Okay. So like this you will get the graph. Pustake pustake alekhyam bhavati. Alekhyam will be kartrupadam. Pustake is adhikaranam. when you have two words, this first word will be marked to the second as vipsa. So bhavati is the kriya padam. Okay. Now let us see at the second sentence. So prakasha devaha udyane vyartham dhavati. Okay. Prakasha devaha udyane vyartham dhavati. What is the kartrupadam here?
Prakasha Deva.
Prakasha Deva.
Prakasha devaha. What is the is there a karma padam?
No. Karma padam no.
Karma padam nasti.
There is no padam.
What is the what is udyanam udyane?
Adhikarana.
Adhikarana. What is vyartham?
Karma.
Kriya Visheshanam.
Kriya Visheshanam. Correct. Okay.
Dhavati ki
Kriya.
Yeah. I thought of downloading and keeping things ready, but obviously I was busy with something and I couldn't download. Okay. So now let us see. Kriya Visheshana. Yes, correct. So totally we have 1,000 sentences. That is why I marked them like that. Once we are done with all this, you will have a very good e-reader from where you can practice all this. So here Prakasha Devaha is a samasa word. So that is why when we are entering that to the machine, because samasa words are infinite, because you can join any two words in a samasa which have mutual what do you say that word?
Compatibility.
Compatibility, mutual compatibility. If two words have mutual compatibility, we can join them in a samasa. So there will be infinite number of samasas because there are so many words. You can join any two words which have compatibility, like Prakasha Devaha. So who can imagine what Prakasha Devaha is, right? That somebody can come up with such a word, right? So, and the machine is doing this. Of course, the machine did not do it completely. It is because it is not fully equipped. So my job is to correct. After what the machine does, I have to go through them, see if there are any mistakes or if the machine did not complete it, then I have to go and manually change and to make it correct so that we can add it to the e-reader for beginners to learn. That is what we are doing in our project right now. So I first run it on the machine. It will do a small bit. Say, for example, you take the same sentence. Let me show you right now what the machine can do. Okay, I took this sentence here. I go to this. This is the live machine. Okay. This is the live machine. This sentence also you remember. I would like your inputs on this. Patakam mayi na asti. Okay, remember that. That is something I was working on. Now let us see this. Prakasha devaha udyane vyartham dhavati. This is the machine as of today. Okay, this is called Samsadhani, which is developed by my professor in University of Hyderabad. For people who are learning, they can use this tool to learn karakas or to analyze shlokas. But the machine is not completely there. Okay, we are still working. This is an ongoing project. But most of the things it can do, there are still some things it cannot do. Okay. So now I submit. Now let us see what it will do. Because samasa words, it is difficult to feed into the machine because you don't know what kind of samasa words people will come up with. Like Prakasha Devaha, Surya Devaha, somebody will say, Rama Devaha, somebody will say. So how many can we enter? There is no limit to it. So what my professor did is, we enter the samasa word with a hyphen and we isolate the Uttarapada, so that the Uttarapada normally will be in the machine, because it will be some word, some simple word it will be, like Alayaha, Ramalayaha, Alayaha, like Prakasha Devaha, Devaha. So we are first making it work with the Uttarapada, and then slowly that project is also going on, identifying the Samasa words and trying to identify which Samasa that word is in. Okay, that still is going on, that part. So here, if you look at the graph, Prakasha Devaha Karta, fine. Udyane Adhikaranam, that is also fine. But Vyartham, it showed it as karma. This is not correct, right? Just because it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, the machine thinks it is Karma Padam. Because the Karma Padam is already absent. Karma Padam is not there in the sentence. So the first word that it comes across with Dvitiya Vibhakti, it will show as karma. So we still have to teach it. Just because a word is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, you cannot take it as karma padam. Okay, you have to identify if the phalashrayatvam is there. That we have to teach. That is when we can realize how much of gift we have of our brain. For us to understand, it is easy. When I tell you where there is karma ashrayatvam, that is karma padam, you all will understand. When I say once, you will understand. But the machine cannot understand like that. We have to identify the words which can have the phalashrayatvam of the kriya, and then put them all in one place, and then tell the computer for these kriya padams, these are the things that can have the phalashrayatvam. So if a word which is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, if it falls into this list, then there is a chance for you to identify it as the karma padam. So much of teaching has to happen behind the scenes. That is still not completely done. That is why the machine is showing this as karma. So this I take. Okay, this will read into a file. This whole analysis will be read into a file. That file I take and modify it. Okay. Where is it? This is the text file. And now if you go here, so where did we go? Downloads 502. This 502. This sentence. So this is how that will look. With this sharing, the problem is this comes in between where I cannot move. Yeah. So let me maximize this. So it will give me a file like this. So I have to go into this file, look where Vyartham is. I have to go, the computer gives me this file. So it put karma here. I changed it to Kriya Visheshana. Okay. So these are the possible relations it is saying. The machine is saying Vyartham can be karma, it can be karta. But it is not. It cannot be karta. It can be karta maybe, but maybe not. Everything depends on context. But I have to identify that, go and change this to Kriya Visheshana. Okay. So once I am done changing, then I go back here and I run. So this again, this place is where I run. Okay, I upload this file here. I come here, I upload this file, and then I can check. I will check. Now, once I am satisfied, then I upload it into the e-reader. Okay. So that is what I am doing. So, but these sentences will be available shortly for you all also. So you can use these for practicing. But I just wanted to show you how you can use them. So here we have Prataha vanam gatva sayam agamishyami. This is another sentence. So here the Kartripadam.
Kartripadam is aham. Ajahrutam.
Kartripadam is not here. We have to take Adhyahritam. And then Karmapadam astiva?
Vanam. Vanam gatva ke karmapadam.
Vanam is the Karmapadam to Gatva.
Gatva.
So Agamishyami, for Agamishyami there is nothing. What is Prataha?
Adhikaranam.
Adhikaranam.
Karanam.
Because it is telling the time.
Pratah vanam gatva sayam agamishyami. So pratah will be adhikaranam to gatva, whereas the sayam will be to agamishyami. Right? I am going in the morning and coming in the evening.
అధికరణము సప్తమిలోనే ఉండాలి కదా భగిని, మరి ఎలాగా మనకి అధికరణం కాకుండా ఎలా తీసుకుంటాము?
There will be some words like these are avyayas. Prataha, sayam, these are all avyayas. So they won't get
vibhakti. I know. Yes.
So I took adyahritam. Whenever we take adyahritam, we put these brackets so that the reader will know. Because here in the sentence aham is not there. If directly if I put aham without these brackets, how will we know whether it is given originally in the sentence or we took it as adyahritam? So to make that clear to the reader, we have to use this brackets. So they will understand, okay, aham is adyahritam. So aham agamishyami. Kim kritva gatva. Kada gatva pratah gatva. Kutra gatva pratah vanam gatva agamishyami. Kada agamishyami sayam agamishyami. So this is how the graph will be. So what you can do is when you are practicing karakas for any shloka or for anything, you take a paper and pencil and you identify the kriya padam. We are doing anvayam, right? We are doing anvaya for the Bhagavad Gita shlokas and all that. Most of you are in that Bhagavad Gita class also. So I am telling, so while you are want to analyze any shloka, you identify any shloka or sentence or anything. Identify the kriya padam first. So write it down. And then identify the karta and the karma. And then the other words. Okay? And if there are such ktvantas or tumunnantas, those also you write in the second layer. Okay? First layer kriya padam. Second layer this ktvantas or tumunnantas. Why? Because they can have again their own karaka sambandhas. And the karta, of course, will be the karta to this and that. Okay, for the kswanta or tumunnanta also the same karta applies. So it will come. So like this, if you practice and some words are left over, you don't know how to connect them. That is where you will start thinking. If you look at a sentence overall, sometimes that clarity may not be there. But if you put it in this way, pictorially, it will become more clean, more clear. Okay. The next sentence is Pratah snanaya gacchami. So here what is the Kartripadam?
Aham ajahritam.
Punaha adyahritam. Aham. Anantaram snanaya, what will snanaya become?
Chaturthi.
Is Chaturthi. Vibhakti is Chaturthi, but what will be the relation name be?
Sampradana.
Sampradana. Okay. Why Sampradhanam? Sampradhanam means there should be a receiver who is benefiting. Then you can say Sampradhanam. Danakriya should be there. And with the Danakriya, there should be a person who is benefiting from that Danakriya. He should be the receiver. Just because the word is in Chaturthi Vibhakti, you cannot say it is Sampradhanam. Because we studied Chaturthi Vibhakti, so many options are there, no? Like even just now we looked at this sutra, Namaha, Swasti, Swaha, all those. There also Chaturthi Vibhakti will come. But that is an Upapada Chaturthi. If the word Namaha is there, then Chaturthi will be there. Ramaya Namaha. There is Rama receiver. In a kind of way, he is a receiver. He is receiving our namaskarams. Like that we can look at it. For you to relate to the Chaturthi Vibhakti and the, the Sampradana concept. But it is not Sampradana. There the Namaha is only because of, the Chaturthi Vibhakti is only because of the word Namaha. That is why it is a Upapada Chaturthi there. Okay. Here it is Prayojana. We call this Prayojana. Snanaya Gacchami. So Snanaya. For Prayojanam is also there. Chaturthi Vibhakti can be used for Prayojanam also. Okay. So for the purpose, that also we studied actually. Under the Chaturthi Vibhakti, we studied for the prayojanam, that artha shabda and snanartham, jnanartham, all those come under prayojana. Here, though that artha shabda is not there, still this is the purpose of going is to perform the snanam. So this is a prayojanam only. It is not sampradana. Okay. Aham, again I took it as adhyahritam karta. Prataha kaladhikaranam. Snanaya is the prayojanam. Okay. Now, priyam bruyat. How do you say that? What is the kartripadam here? Anyone? Priyam bruyat. That is the sentence given. How do you?
Priyam kartam kartrapadam.
Karta bhavati.
Karta only.
Okay. What is bruyat?
Bruyat vadati.
Bruyat.
Right?
Vidhilinga kada, bruyat.
Vidhiling.
Vidhilin. It is a vidhilin.
Bruyat.
So, as a vidhilin padam, what meaning does it give you?
Which Priyam should be spoken.
By who?
Anybody.
By
By
Right?
Everyone.
So many people
By everyone.
By us.
Yes.
By everyone.
By
Yes.
everyone.
So here, let us see what the machine is doing. I gave the same sentence to the machine. Let us see what it will do. It is showing Priyam as Karta. Is it correct? Is it correct? Priyam is the machine.
Priyam karma padam also.
Sorry? Bhagini, you said something I didn't hear.
Priyam karma padam avutundi kada. Everyone should.
Karma padam.
Priyam is karta and karma. When we question, shall I say, Miss? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Bhagini.
When we question Kriya Padam, what and who, if we get the same answer, then it is karta, kartru padam.
What and who? No, karma padam. What and who is for karma padam. What did you see? What did you say? What should you say? The answer you get to that what will be the karma padam, not kartru padam. Okay, see, aham.
Who is for karta?
Who is the karta? Correct. Who spoke?
When we get the same answer, who and what, or when karma pada and kartru pada, if we get the same answer, then it is karta only, kartru padam only.
So you won't get the same word. How will you get the same word for who and whom? See, when you say who, here bruyat is there. Bruyat is in vidhilin. So should speak. What it means is should speak. It is in kartari prayoga. So should speak. Who should speak? Everybody should speak. What should they speak? What should everybody speak? Everybody should speak Priyam. Right? So who should speak? Everybody. Everybody is karta. What should everybody speak? Priyam. So Priyam will be karma. There is no way that both what and who will get the same answer. You will never get the same answer for what and who. For what and who, what you are saying, I understand. You are talking about akarmaka kriya, akarmaka dhatus, maybe. Okay, there you will not get an answer for what. You will get an answer only for who. That is why akarmaka kriya dhatus will not have karma padam. They will have only kartru padam. Like hasati, dhavati. Kaha dhavati, ashvaha dhavati. Who runs? Ashva runs. What does it run? Do you get an answer for what there? You don't. So there will never be a situation where you will get the same answer for what and who. Okay. Whatever answer you get for who, that is the karta. Whatever answer you get for what, that will be the karma. If you don't get an answer for what, then that is an akarmaka dhatu. So here what I did was, the machine showed the priyam as karta, but that is not correct. Bruyat means you should talk, or he. This is in Prathama Purusha. So should speak. So because this question priyam, because priyam should be spoken by everybody, I put sarvaha. You can also put saha also. But this is more general statement. So I put sarvaha. Sarvaha priyam bruyat. Everybody should speak the truth. Not the truth, like good, in a good way, in a soft way. Okay?
Yes, miss.
So you understood this sentence, Bhagini?
Yes, miss. Thank you so much.
So we have here the next sentence, apriyam asatyam na bruyat. So here you tell me, based on the experience of this sentence, now one of you tell me how you will mark the words here.
Asatyam karmapadam.
Karmapadalu.
Apriyam asatyam karmapadam.
Asatyanka visheshna apriyam.
Sarvaha karta bruyat.
What is karta?
Sarvaha ajahruto.
What will na be?
Na bruyat.
Kriya visheshana.
Pratishedaha we call. Negation. Pratishedaha means negation. Okay. So here we have asatyam and apriyam. Both are karma padas. When you have two karma padas or even two kartrupadas like Ramaha, Sita, Vanam, Gachataha. There Rama and Sita both are equally kartrupadam. One is not more important than the other. Okay. Both are kartrupadams only. Here also apriyam asatyam. Both are karma padams. Equally the same status they have. So when such a thing happens in a sentence, when two words have the same status, we join them with samuchita. We join them with samuchita, and one of those will show the relation. Since these both are karma padams, we take one word and join to the kriya padam as karma, and we join apriyam to asatyam as samuchita, which means apriyam and asatyam are karma padams to bruyat, and cha will become samuchaya dyotaka. It will become samuchaya dyotaka. I actually forgot to put brackets to cha. Cha also I took as adhyahritam. Here only apriyam asatyam na bruyat is given. Okay. I took sarvaha and cha. Both I took as adhyahritams. But I forgot to put the brackets. So sarvaha will be karta and na will be bruyat. Na will be pratishedaha. This is 506. Let me show you how I will... See, now cha got brackets. Okay. Because I took cha and sarva as adhyahritam, so I have to put brackets for both. And when you have two words with the same status, you join them with the samuchaya. Okay. Then the next sentence. This. Phalam cha aneshyami. Phalam cha aneshyami. How do you mark that?
Aham kartrupadam ajahrutam. Phalam karmapadam. ఒకటే ఉన్నప్పుడు మరి చా అనేశారు.
అది ఇచ్చారు, but doesn't matter. ఒక్కొక్కసారి అలా ఇస్తారు. Sometimes they give that cha, though two words are not there. Then we add it simply as a sambandha. Then it does not become samuchaya dyotaka. Why? Because it is not joining two things. It is not being used to join two things. Okay. Aham phalam cha aneshyami. I am also bringing the fruit. So this is mostly like a continuation of the previous sentence could be, right? So first I will say I will bring vegetables. And after a while I will say I will also bring the fruit. So like that you can, but since both of them are not put in the same sentence, here the cha, we simply add it or connect it by the word sambandha. So, but this cha indicates that something must have already been said. I will also bring the phalam. Okay, I will bring and bring the phalam like that. Okay, so like how in the sutra when the cha is there, what did I say? That cha indicates whatever is being said in the previous sutra, that also applies here. Similarly, whenever the cha is there, it means that something, it is connected to the previous sentence. But of course, here, since that previous sentence context is not there, we simply add it as sambandha. And even if it is there when they are stated as two different sentences, then we need not connect them. Okay. So here, phalasya bijam kutra asti. How do you connect this? What is the kartrupadam here?
Phalasya bija.
What is the kartrupadam?
Bijah.
Bijam kutra asti. Bijam is an apumsaka. Here this is actually a spelling mistake is there. I put that makara. So bijam will be the kartrupadam. Phalasya, what does phalasya be?
Sambandha. Sambandha.
Sambandha. Because here the bija and phala will have avayavi sambandha, right? So whenever shashti vibhakti is there, I told this when we were discussing the shashti vibhakti. You have to see what kind of relation those two words have. Here phala and bija. Phalam is the avayavi and bijam is avayava. Means bijam is a part of the phala. So they both are sharing avayavi sambandha. So we have to mark it as shashti sambandha. But if it is swaswami sambandha, that also is sambandha. You have to see if there is a karta and a kriya sambandha or a karma and a kriya sambandha. Then the relations will again change. Okay, then you have to mark it as karta and karma and all that. But here it is a avayavi sambandha. So by the shesha shashti, the phala got the shashti vibhakti. Okay, so kutra will be
adhikaranam.
Adhikaranam.
So phalasya bijam kutra asti. Okay. Okay. Then phale bijam bhavati.
Pratiphalam.
Atra kartrupadam kim?
Bijam kartrupadam.
Bijam kartrupadam. Phale?
Phale ఒకటి అధికరణం ఇంకొకటి
The second phale will become vipsa. Phale bijam bhavati. Okay. Balakah upari asti.
Balakah kartrupadam.
Balakah kartrupadam. Upari?
Adhikaranam.
So simple. This sentence is simple. So only adhikaranam and that is there. Okay. Balakah upari asti. Balakah tushnim naiva tishtati. What is the kartrupadam here?
Balakah.
Balakah. What is tushnim?
Adhikaranam.
Kriya visheshanam.
Kriya visheshanam. Tushnim means silently. He is sitting silently. The boy is not sitting silently. So tushnim will become kriya visheshana. Naiva will become pratisheda.
Na eva.
Na eva. You need not split it. can also split it. Either is okay. Naiva is also recognized because in many places Naiva is used. We can use it like a single word. Or you can say na eva. Then eva will be connected to na and na will be connected to tishtati. If you want to split it, you can do it like that. Otherwise like this. So tushnim will be kriya visheshanam. Naiva will be pratisheda. Balakaha will be karta. Balakaha patitum na ichchati. Balakaha kartrupadam. Anantaram?
Patitum tumunnantam.
Patitum.
Patitum
is krudant. Patitum.
Tumunnanta. It is a tumunnanta. Na ichchati.
No is again patitum.
So here for tumunnantas, two classifications are made. One is here if you have ichchati. If you have ichchati, patitum is called ishkarma. Patitum ichchati. Okay, it is considered as ishkarma because ichchati is the kriya padam here. Sometimes you will have a sentence like balakaha patitum patashalam gacchati. There gacchati is the kriya padam. Okay, then that is called tumun karma. Then balakaha, let us see, let us write. Balakaha patitum shalam gacchati. Now let us see how it will mark the patitum, the machine. When the kriya padam is ichchati, ish karma it will call. If it is anything other than ichchati, tumun. Here it gave it as prayojanam. Because here there is a prayojanam. He is going for a purpose. Now let us see just the tumun kriya. The third kind, one is prayojanam is also, it will mark. In other cases, the tumunnanta can also be marked as the tumun karma. When we come to that kind of tumun kriya padam, I will let you know. Okay? Okay. So then, balakaha ravim pashyati. Kartrupadam?
Balakaha kartrupadam. Ravim karmapadam.
Karmapadam?
Ravim.
Okay, this is a simple sentence. Balakaha vane kridati kim. Here the kim is at the end of the sentence. Whenever kim is at the end of the sentence, it is like you are asking a question. Balakaha vane kridati kim. Is the boy playing in the forest? So here, kartrupadam kim?
Balakaha.
Balakaha. Karmapadam kim?
Karmapadam nasti. Vane adhikaranam.
Vane adhikaranam. Kriyapadam?
Kridati.
What will kim become? It is a question. So we simply mark it as sambandha. Okay. Balakaha vane kridati kim. If it were like the karma padam. Balakaha kim kridati vane. Then kim will become karma padam. Balakaha vane kim kridati. I'll show you that also.
But that is akarmaka kriya, Mahodaya.
No, kridam kridati. You can...
okay. Both favorite.
So the position of the kim can change how it is taken. So here it gave, this is wrong. It gave it as prayojanam, kim kridati. This is not prayojanam. This is, it has to mark it as karma padam. Sometimes extra words can confuse it. So let us see what it will do now. So you have to also observe the pattern of how the machine is taking. And depending on that, even now it gave us prayojanam. But see, if you take it as balakaha kim khadati. Now it marked it as karma. Balakaha kim khadati, karma. Now let us change the position of kim.
Khadati kim.
See, balakaha khadati kim. Here it marked it as sambandha. Earlier, when I said balakaha kim khadati, then it marked it as karma. Okay, so that kim, especially the kim, if you put it at the end of the sentence, it will become like a prashnarthaka. Khadati kim, vane kridati kim, like that. Now see this one. Balakasya mukham malinam asti. So here what is the kriya padam?
Asti padam.
Huh?
Mukham kartrupadam.
Mukham kartrupadam. Malinam?
Visheshana.
What kind of visheshana is it? Vidheya visheshana. Okay. Balakasya mukham. There, what is the balakasya, the shashti word?
Shashti sambandha.
Shashti sambandha. Avayava, avayavi. Balakaha is avayavi, mukham is avayavam. Right? It is, mukham is a part of the sharira. So, avayava, avayavi sambandha. So, shashti sambandha. Malinam will be vidheya visheshana. Okay. Balakasya mukham malinam asti. Okay. Vidheya visheshana. Malinam asti. Here, malinam also should be in mukham. Oh, mukham is kartrupadam. So, it has to be in blue color. Okay. I have to mark that. Okay.
Bhagini, that malinam is, how do you say visheshanam of what?
Vidheya visheshana. We call it vidheya visheshana.
It is visheshanam for the mukham, right?
Yes. So, vidheya visheshana is, the mukham is malinam. You are telling that the mukham is malinam. Became into something that is malinam. So, it has the adhikarana as mukham. So, whenever a visheshana is used in a such a way that it has the same adhikarana as the noun, then it is called vidheya visheshana.
Okay.
Say,
okay.
Malinam mukham asti. Okay, there is a dirty face. Malinam vastram asti. Then that will become a regular visheshana.
Yes, yes.
But if we say vastram malinam asti, then we are specifically indicating that the vastram is something that is very dirty. So, there the malinam will become the vidheya visheshana.
Okay, got it. Vastram asti, vastram malinam asti. Okay.
So, balakat pustakam grihana. So, what is the kartrupadam here?
Grihana.
Grihana va. Kartrupadam. Balakat pustakam grihana.
Balakat.
No, adyahar.
Pustakam griha.
Griha.
Tvam or what?
Adhyaharam. So
Grahana.
Pustakam karmapadam.
One second. Pustakam is karmapadam. Pustakam, take the book or hold the book.
You, tvam iti adhyahritam karaniyam.
Hritam karaniyam. Why? Because grahana is in madhyama purusha and there is no kartripadam. So tvam grahana. Tvam kim grahana? Pustakam grahana. Tasmat balakat. So balakat will be apadana. Pustakam will be karmapadam. And tvam you have to take as adhyahritam. So tvam balakat pustakam grihana. Balakaya modakam dehi. The next sentence. So here what is the kartripadam? Balakaya modakam dehi.
Modakam.
Kartripadam.
You. Tvam.
Dehi.
You give modakam to balaka.
Give what? Modakam. Modakam will become?
Karma.
Karma.
Balakaya will become?
Chaturthi. Sampradana.
Sampradhanam. Why? Because you are giving. The receiver is balaka. So he will become sampradhana. Especially where the da dhatu is there and the receiver is there and dana kriya is happening. So tvam balakaya modakam dehi. Okay. Balakayaha vastram anaya.
Balakayaha
vastram anaya.
Saptami. Balakayaha.
Shashti. Balakaya is Shashti. Tvam
Tvam adhyahritam. Vastram karma.
And Balakayayaha is like a Shashti.
Shashti sambandha only because the vastram is the boy. Like mama griham.
Shashti sambandha.
Mama griham. This is the swaswami sambandha. Means what you own. You are the swami of that vastu. Okay. So shashti sambandha only. Tvam balikayaha vastram anaya. Like that.
Balikaya.
Balikayaha. Bhakshanaya phalam dehi.
Bhakshanaya phalam dehi. Bhakshanaya. Bhakshanaya is sampradana. Phalam.
Same thing. Phalam dehi. Tvam dehi.
Phalam dehi.
Karmapadam.
Tvam.
Phalam will be karmapadam.
Karmapadam.
Dehi will be
Kriyapad.
madhyama purusha. So tvam.
And Bhakshanaya is Chaturthi, right? Sampradana.
Correct. Bhakshanaya is pradana.
Sampradana.
Okay. Let us see a few more. Those I have to download. Let us go to this sentence, 61. Mama swasa ushnam jalam pibati. Mama swasa ushnam jalam pibati.
Swasa ushnam jalam.
Here what is the kartapadam?
Pibati.
Kriyapadam.
Pibati is kriyapad. Pibati is kriyapad.
Kartripadam?
Swasa.
Swasa is the kartripadam. What will jalam be?
Karma.
Karmapadam.
What is ushnam?
Visheshanam.
Jalam.
Jalam.
Mama is shashti sambandha to swasa. Mama swasa ushnam jalam pibati. Okay, ushnam is visheshana to jalam. Pibati.
Jalam is karma, isn't it?
Karma.
Jalam is karma.
Karma pada.
Karma pada.
So mama hai wo
mama will be shashti sambandha.
Shashti sambandha, magar is it swaswami sambandha?
Huh?
Swaswami sambandha, mama. No, only Shashti.
No, it's more like, yeah, you can take it as Swaswami Sambandha or like relation.
Only Sambandha.
No, like a relation, like Mama Putraha, Dasharathasya Putraha, Janakajanya. Like,
Janakajanya.
so there is no immediate blood relation between Swasa and ourselves, but still it is a kind of relation, right?
Yes.
It is not a Vastu where it belongs to you. If you say Griham, you are the owner of the house. So you can say Swaswami Sambandha. For Rajnyaha Purushaha also, the king will employ that person for with money. So you can say Swaswami Sambandha is there. But in relations, though they are not like directly blood relation, it is more like relations. So you can say Janakajanya Sambandha.
Okay, thank you.
This question only I asked you earlier. Mayi patakam na asti. This sentence is given. So I am wondering how to put that mayi.
Mayi marama. Me. In Mayi.
Mayi.
Saptami only. Adhikarana only, isn't it?
Adhikarana.
Adhikarana only. Adhikarana to patakama. Mayi patakam na asti. Means there are no sins in me. That is what it means. I have no sins. Okay. So now when I gave it to the machine, what it did was, because of the sequence also. See, the machine also follows the sequence. As long as we give it here as prose. So the text type prose. If I give it as shloka, then sometimes it will try to rearrange the words. But because these are all sentences, I gave it as prose. Okay, because these are all. But sometimes in the sentences also, the words can be a little mixed up. Anyways, so I myself was thinking, forget about the machine. I myself was thinking, Mayi patakam na asti. So here it is giving Mayi as Deshadikaranam to patakam. Nalo papalu levu. So Nalo papalu antunnam kabatti, because we are saying the sins in me. Mayi marking it as Adhikarana to patakam. How efficient it is, I am thinking. Now, another thought that came to me is, Mama Grihe Pustakam Asti. Mama Grihe Pustakam Asti. So there, the Grihe will be Adhikaranam to Asti only, not to Pustakam, right? Grihe Pustakam Asti. There, how are we marking Griha? As Adhikarana to Asti only, not to Pustakam. Pustake Shlokam Asti. There, Pustakam, in the Pustakam only the shloka is there. But we are not marking Pustake as Adhikarana to shloka. We are marking it as Adhikarana to Asti only, right? To the Kriya Padam only this Adhikarana will be there. Why? Because through the Kriya is happening. Where the Kriya is happening?
Grihe.
For the Kriya to happen, where is the Ashrayatvam? That is what we have to see. So Asti. That astitvam is there in the pustakam. So pustakam will be adhikarana to asti only. So here also this mayi should be adhikarana to asti is what I think. In me patakam nasti. So pustake shlokam asti. Pustake shlokam nasti. So pustake is like mayi. Shlokam is like patakam. Then when Pustake is connected to Asti, why not Mayi? Mayi also should be connected to Asti only, no? So anyone, any opinions on this?
Can it be taken as Sashti? It is not my mistake.
Huh?
It is not my mistake. Can it be, the meaning can be taken that way?
It is not my mistake. That is not the meaning. There are no sins in me. There are no bad qualities in me in that sense. So another way of arguing this.
निर्धारण ले सकते, निर्धारण.
No,
निर्धारण.
you have to separate one from a group.
तो मयि is separated from all. No.
See, when you have samuham, and from that samuham, you are picking out one object. Where is the samuham here?
Yes, there is no samuham. Okay, okay.
Okay. And another thing that we can also look is usually patakam is taken here from the pat dhatu. That is why also it is confused. Normally this adhikarana, if it is getting connected to some word, it is a kind of kriyapadam. It will be a kind of kriyapadam. Though here it is acting as a noun, it is derived from here. See, the analysis also will be given. The word analysis will be given here. It is from the pat dhatu nul pratyayam. So it is a derived noun. Okay, not a proper noun. That is why also the mai, there is a possibility for the machine to think that this can, mai can be adhikarana to this particular kriyapadam. But it is not. So we have to connect this to asti only. Okay, that is why the, if I give pustakam, if I give like pustake shlokam nasti, there shlokam is not like derived noun. So there that confusion will not be there to the machine. But whenever derived nouns are there, means nouns that are derived from dhatu like this, okay, then again the machine can be a little confused. So such things also we have to take into consideration. So here mai should be connected to asti only. Do you all agree with that? Or any still any questions you have? Okay, you can think about it. You can think about it. So basically, I'm going to stop the sharing my screen right now. So basically, that is how we have, and I am working on that right now, and it will be ready in a couple of weeks. So once the e-reader is, we will work on it. Like every week, we will do a little bit of that revision exercise from the book. And then we will work on some sentences like this, like how we did today. Will that be okay with you all?
Okay, Bhagini.
Yes, Miss. Miss, will you please share the what we have seen today? Because sentences, yes.
Okay, okay. I will share some sentences. I randomly picked here and there. So let me, there might be a few different sentences, but I will share some sentences. So you can work on those. So why we are doing this is, you all have attended the kArakam lessons.
Yes, Miss.
Understood. Most of them you have understood. There are some sutras which are a little less used. I also mentioned while we are working, I told you, don't worry about such sutras right now. But since we need to know what is out there, we discussed. But the preliminary karakas, everybody has to get comfortable with. Like what we did in the revision today. On page, this one.
58. 58.
57 and 58. Okay. Those everybody has to know. These are the 56 and 57 are very, very important. Without knowing at least those, without being able to identify even these, like in the Kartari Prayoga, 3 different sentences are there. And Karmani, for the Karma Karakam also, there are 3 vibhaktis. Like this, at least the basic sutras. For Karma Karakam, what is the basic sutra? Karturipsitatamam karma. There are other sutras which give the karma karakam, but those you can learn slowly. But at least the sutras that are given here are the basic preliminary sutras of karaka. What is karma karaka? Which sutra will define karma karaka? Karturipsitatamam karma. That one you have to know. After doing karaka book, these are the basic things that we all should remember. Okay. And once a word is given karma karakam, how does it get to dvitiya vibhakti? Okay. Karmani dvitiya. Then sadhakatamam karanam. That sutra is minimum we have to remember for karana karakam. Okay. Kartrukaranayos tritiya. After a word gets the karana karakam, it will get tritiya vibhakti by that sutra. So these are the basic sutras that we all have to know because we did the karaka book. Now if you tell somebody, oh, we have done karaka book. So these are the basic sutras that one will expect you to know. And we are not learning for somebody else, even for ourselves, we should know this minimum. Okay. And all the other sutras, as per the priority, there are other sutras also which we need to know. Like you have learned the vibhakti rules in the Pravesha course. There we only learned them as rules. The supporting sutras, if we know, it will be nice. Okay. So, so that we don't forget whether it is a Karaka Vibhakti or a Upapada Vibhakti or what, that we need to know. Okay. So such basic things are there. So every week while we are discussing those a little bit, we will also do practice. So these simple sentences are designed for all of us to practice these basics before directly jumping into a shloka from a Raghuvamsha or a Bhagavad Gita or whatever. If we practice on these sentences, the basics, because these are all simple sentences, it will be easy for us to learn the application of whatever we have studied so far. So what I strongly recommend each of you is, you definitely practice with all these sentences. We'll do every week in our class, and whatever we did, I'll try to share. So you can do some more practice. But once I complete that part of the project, I will also share the e-reader where the sentences and the graph will be there. So every day you can work on a few sentences. First, you write them before looking at the graph, like how we did today. You look at the sentence, you write the graph on a piece of paper. Then you go to the graph and see, and you can compare it and correct. Okay. If you find something different which you think it is wrong, you bring it to my notice. Why? Because I am already doing the corrections, but even I can make mistakes, I can overlook certain things. If you find anything wrong, you bring it to my notice. Either you did not understand or I made a mistake. Both need to be clarified. Even if you did not understand, that needs to be clarified. Even if I made a mistake in that graph, I need to correct it. So either way, bringing it to my notice will be helpful for both of us. Okay. Okay. So, Alivelu Bagini.
Thank you.
Bagini. Someone is asking some question. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pasyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. धन्यवाद भगिनी, नमस्कारः सर्वेभ्यः, धन्यवादः, नमस्कारः.
धन्यवादः भगिनी.